months, maybe years. Nobody makes you feel anything real. Then he shows up. Easy conversation. Same energy. Something inside you says, this is different. And then he goes cold. Replies slow down. Plans disappear. And now you're lying awake, replaying every single conversation, asking yourself, what did I do wrong? Here's the truth. The answer isn't what you think. Today we're talking about why the man you want most always seems the hardest to keep, and what most women completely misread about his distance. Because here's what's strange. The guy you weren't really excited about? He showed up every time. Consistent. Easy. But this guy, the one who actually felt meaningful, is the one pulling away. That's not bad luck. There's a real psychology underneath this, and once you see it clearly, everything changes. Point 1. You fell for the idea, not the person. When a guy checks a few of your boxes, he's smart, attractive, and gets your humor, your mind automatically fills in the rest. You start assuming he must also be emotionally available, ready to commit, ready to choose you. But he never actually showed you that. You built it yourself. You weren't only falling for him. You were falling for the version of him your mind created, and he simply triggered it. Here's the hard truth. A man being right on paper does not mean he's right for you. Between those two things is one missing chapter: his choice. His willingness to actually show up. When that's not there, nothing else fills the gap, and this is just the surface. Because there's a second reason, one that explains why your own behavior shifts the moment you really like someone. Point 2. You drop your standards with the people you want most. Standards are easy when you're not emotionally invested. If a guy you don't care about ignores your text, you walk away. But the moment you really want someone, you become more flexible. You start tolerating things you normally wouldn't. You make yourself smaller, because part of you fears that asking for more will push him away. Here's the irony. The moment you lower your standards, you weaken the very presence that made you attractive in the first place, not because effort is unattractive, but because a woman who holds her standards communicates self-respect. It signals he has to earn his place, and that's what makes a man lean in, not pull back. Think about the law of gravity. If you drop a glass, it breaks. It doesn't matter how beautiful the glass is, or how much you love it. Gravity doesn't change just because your feelings do. Dating is the same. When a man goes cold, when his actions don't match his words, the reality doesn't change. You don't need to decode it. You just need to honor what you already know. Point 3. You obsess over yourself instead of watching him. When he pulls back, most women turn the camera on themselves. What did I text? Was I too available? Should I reach out or wait? But while you're busy analyzing yourself, you stop clearly seeing him, and his behavior is the clearest information you have. Think about being caught in quicksand. Your absolute first instinct is to panic and fight wildly to get out, but fighting only pulls you deeper. The trained survival move is to lean back, stay calm, and slowly float to the edges. Your instincts in dating work the exact same way. The obsessing, the over-analyzing, the panic texting. That energy doesn't stay hidden, and it quietly communicates desperation. Learn the principle. Trust it. Then put your phone down and live your life. Now, there's one reason men do this that almost nobody talks about. And if this is your situation, it completely changes how you need to respond. Be honest with yourself for a second. Sometimes the intensity of your attraction isn't a sign he's right for you. It's a sign something familiar is being triggered. Unavailable men can feel electric. The uncertainty keeps you hooked. There can even be a real love story, passionate, consuming, full of feeling, but short-term electricity is not long-term warmth. Here's the difference between a man who's genuinely going through a stressful time and one who is simply not choosing you. A man processing real stress will still show up in small ways. He'll still signal that you matter. A man who isn't choosing you won't be changed by the perfect text, the right amount of patience, or more effort from you, because the issue was never your behavior, it was the match. The solution. Don't panic over one quiet week. Observe the pattern, not just the moment. When something feels off, communicate calmly, not "why are you distant?" but "hey, is everything okay with you?" Open the conversation instead of forcing an answer. And carry this mindset: I know what I bring. I know what I need. And I'm not shrinking for someone who isn't stepping up. That's not cold. That's the most attractive version of you. Because it's the one who knows her worth. The right person will not make you feel like love is something you have to earn back every few days. The confusion you're feeling right now is not proof that something is wrong with you. It's a signal. And when you learn to read signals clearly instead of emotionally, they become your greatest guide. You don't need the perfect words to win over the wrong man.